Yeah! Video! Yeah! Attention grabbing singing! Yeah! Hello! I don't have an intro. On Christmas, I was given a book. This book changed my life. It opened my eyes to the simplicity of lowest common denominator, hashtag relatable, single message having Instagram poetry. And the fact that as long as you have enough followers, you can get pretty much anything published. Love Her Wild by Atticus. Be still my beating heart. Poems. Yes. You open it up, and you're met with a quick jerking of the author's writing prowess. With honesty, poignancy, and romantic flair, Love Her Wild captures what is both raw and relatable about the smallest and grandest moments in life. The first glimpse of a new love, a late night drive singing along to a car radio, the irrepressible exuberance of the female spirit, the simple pleasure of a good whiskey. Atticus distills the most exhilarating highs and the heartbreaking lows of life and love into a few short lines, ensuring that your words will become ensuring his words will become etched into your mind and will awaken your sense of adventure. As you're gonna find out, it's all about women, motorcycles, and whiskey. Surface level love, a few contradictions, and the same message. Let's go on an adventure, you and I. Oh, a quote from Charles Dickens. How niche. Each poem is, of course, accompanied by a model or landscape in black and white, because Instagram! The book itself is separated into different single-word sections to provide the illusion of thought put into this. There is nothing quite so pure in love as a boy and a girl building castles in the clouds. So as you can already tell, dear viewer, if you're 13 to 15 and sad, this is probably gonna be a jam. There's nothing wrong with being that age or feeling that way. I'm just saying that this guy clearly knows his audience. When it comes to love, we are primates breaking sticks while pointing to our hearts. Ooh, edgy.
We're all just helpless animals pulled in various directions due to love.
There's too much risk in loving, the young boy said. No, said the old man. There's too much risk in not. So wise, old man. Shame every other poem in this book is saying the same thing. Oops. Put a girl in moonlight and tell only truths, and every man becomes a poet. Okay, look, the heterosexual female spirit thing is already old. After one poem about it. You'll see, he consistently goes from empowering women and their individuality to telling them they need a man to seduce them and fix them. One specific poem we get there, you'll see, you'll be like, Sebastian, you crazy. But then after I saw the poem you mentioned earlier in the video, I realised maybe not. Love could be labelled poison, and we'll drink it anyways. No, he wouldn't. Why? He sporadically changes the font and how many capital letters he uses for no reason. He's like a jackrabbit on the run. Capitals, no, Arial, Times New Roman, when I look at you, I find it hard to believe that the whole universe had not conspired to bring you to life. I can't think of a more beautiful reason for it all to exist than for you on this day. I love how it's this all-inclusive, hand-holding, preaching BS that is just completely undermined by the use of supermodel butts. If I had all the treasure in the world, I would follow my dreams, play with my children, and spend time with my wife. No, said the old man. If you followed your dreams, played with your children, and spent time with your wife, you would have all the treasure in the world. This old man's spitting some fiery truth. You just know that this Atticus guy is 24 years old. He almost stepped in front of a car once, and now he thinks he's transcended. Where's his Instagram? But of course, adventures run in all sorts of whiskey. You and your whiskey. Oh, nice profile picture, bro. You do hacking in your spare time? Huh? Because he's got the... Sex can be a lonely place. I think you're doing it wrong, mate. By the way, there's nothing wrong with poetry about love. I just think it's a bit fun to poke fun at and hold it in a bit of a higher regard than whatever the hell this guy's doing. I looked at my mother and smiled. She does so happily exist in that moment of one too many glasses of wine. Mum's an alcoholic. And the boy told the girl that he would love her forever, and she smiled and said, but one day we will both die. Maybe, said the boy, but I want to still try. Damn, that's a bleak outlook, child! Oh, it's all just young love, and it's so difficult. It's so hard to be 20
and make money off young children's rational fears.
We were strange in love, her and I, too wild to last, too rare to die. I love how he just puts himself on this pedestal of badassery and individualism. Badassery is a word, don't Google it. Like I'm a stampede of emotion, a locomotion of pain. No, dude, a kid in year 4 could do your job. Let me try. She was the ever-present breeze, embracing me, surrounding me, but never a part of me. It's not that f***ing hard. Hey, comment the most melodramatic poem that you can think of, because those I actually want to read. Even those we love the most can be a poison to our souls. Talking about poison a bit, huh? Don't know anything else that's harmful to the human body? What an impossible thing, breaking up. Whispering promises to ourselves that other shores exist and then blindly wading out to sea. What a picture! God, you just know that the poet and the photographer are high off their own crap. And I mean, you need to be a bit just to get by in life. But I see them jerking each other off in a sauna, talking about how constricted they are by modern life, weeping into money to prove to themselves they're still artists, listening to music from the 60s but never past the 80s because that's when music died. I'm sorry for that image. Here we go. I don't believe in magic, the young boy said, and the old man smiled. You will when you see her. Oh, off, old man. You showed me the Jack of Clubs, now you're telling me magic is real because one day I'm gonna wanna sniff somebody? Come on! Every girl, if you leave her alone long enough, will eventually sing and dance. That's a bit of a generalization. Every girl will sing and dance if you just piss off. She was love at first sight to the blind man in the dark cave. The hell is she doing with the creep in the rock structure? Get out of there, girl! She was afraid of heights, but she was much more afraid of never flying. Don't jump off roofs, kids. I promised to kiss her 1,000,000 times before I died, 50 a day for the rest of my life, so when I was gone she could smile, knowing there wasn't a place on her I missed. Yo. Your lips gonna be chapped? The world is made up of too many girls wondering if they're pretty, and too many boys too shy to tell them. Again, he's saying how women need a man to tell them what they are in order to be truly happy. That women need a man's love to be truly content. If anything, I need a man's love. Brushing a girl's hair behind her ear once a day will solve more problems than all those therapists and drugs. No! If you're suffering, see a therapist. No, I've been truly depressed these past few months, ever since Cedric died. Shh. Wow. I'm better. Okay, here we go. This is the double spread with the poem that I was talking about. Just demonstrates the hypocrisy of it all, okay? It's a big word, hypocrisy, so you know it's the truth. She sat in her perfect house with her perfect husband, wishing that a perfect life would end. So she wants to be free from the social norms, right? And then, right next to it, she was just another broken doll, dreaming of a boy with glue.
You need a man to fix you up. You're broken, you're fragile.
Come on, Atticus, buddy. Buddy, can I call you buddy? It didn't matter that she fell apart. It was how she put herself back together. And then he's going on about independence and saving yourself. Oh, makes me want to die. And I've never felt this way before. I swear, this is true. And it's all due to Instagram, poetry, black and white, images, simple black font against a white square background. Wild. Chase your stars, fool. Life is short. Life is short? Wow. I never thought of it like that. I'm so inspired. Thank you, Instagram. Youth came over me like a mad storm. I was helpless to the chemicals roaring in my brain. Ha! I told you it was all about being at the whim of your emotions. Boom! Ha! Read you like a book. Literally. Sometimes I want a quiet life. Other times I want to go a little bit fucking Gatsby. A literary reference. Intertextuality. And of Great Gatsby, no less. You just know. He saw the movie, he didn't read the book. I was drunk on her laugh, and the moonlight, and the rum. Mostly the rum. Find something that makes you forget to eat, and sleep, and drink, and then do it until you die first. This guy wants to kill people. Talking about drinking poison, jumping off buildings, dehydration, edgy eye picks. What a strange world. We trade our days for things. You realize you've made a bunch of money off people wanting things, right? I always liked boxing. There's nothing like a punch in the face to remind you don't want to die. Is he okay? I'm genuinely worried for this guy now. Someone needs to push his hair behind his ear. Boys learn too late that being the man is not the same as being a man. But you've already chucked out so many general societal expectations that are placed on men. Women aren't just broken, fragile things. Me must fix. I might break from this. And he keeps changing structure more randomly than I place pieces in Connect 4. Which is a bit. Poets and motorcycles don't mix. It never pays to drive fast when you have too much to feel. I'm gonna take this literally right now and tell you, my daddy is a poet. And he rides motorcycles. So, some write for fun. Others write because if they didn't, the words would grow and fester and burst from the seams of their souls. Some words are safer down on paper. I need to write, or I'll die. These emotions are so unique. I got dumped once. I was 17 once. Motorcycles and whiskey! I woke up from the daydream of my 20s in a cold sweat, anxious for all the lives I hadn't lived. Oh, is he older? Or is he still in his 20s just woke as fuck? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's woke. But is he 20s woke? Or 30s woke? Promise me you won't die, having never skinny dipped in the moonlight of a summer's night. Promise me, Billy! Promise what, Dad? Promise me you'll get naked at nighttime in the summer in some water. Why? What of the firefly, the one I love to chase? The old man smiled. Love her, he said, but leave her wild. And the old oak tree I love to climb? Love her, he said, but leave her wild. The bird that sings that song I love? Love her, he said, but leave her wild. And the wolf that cries the old joke moon? Love her, he said, but leave her wild. And the horse that loves to run the storms? Love her, he said, but leave her wild. And what of her? The one I love most? And the old man smiled. Yes, he said, you must love her too, but love her wild, and she'll love you. I think Papa's had a bit of a stroke repeating himself that much. And that's it. What an adventure. I mean, bless him. Bless his readers. At some point in our lives, we just need someone to tell us that we've all been through it, so why not a book full? Did you agree with my frustrations? Did you love the video? Did you hate the video? Could you let me know down in the comments below? Leave a like. Please subscribe. You guys are the best. Poems. He's writing about me. It's all about me. Memes. God, I've been so loud.